Committee and head of the Information Department. Yes, Sir Abdullah, could you resume to us what were the main results of the Central Council meeting in Damascus?
Well, the main thing was that the meeting of the Central Council had proved once again that the relations between the Palestinian resistance movement are strong enough against all attempts to create internal tension within the movement. The meeting had reached a decision to resume talks between the leaders of the different Palestinian movements in the coming days, so as to strengthen the unity on all levels, military, organizational, and political levels. Well, there were many plans introduced by different organizations in order to solidify the Palestinian national movement. These plans will be discussed in a committee composed of the Executive Committee of PLO, the leaders of the Palestinian movement, and some independent figures. And we hope within 3 weeks to reach at a draft resolution accepted by all in order to apply or to solidify the Palestinian national unity. The basic thing we believe is that all had condemned, all those who participated in the Central Council had condemned any attempts to use violent methods in solving political differences, and that any political differences will be solved on the basis of democratic talks and negotiations between different organizations. What unites us is much more stronger than what divide us. And our common cause, our common aims, and the direct dangers that are facing our movement, all these factors compose a base for solidifying our national unity.
Can you talk to us about the reaction of the PLO to the truce proposal of Abu Nidal in Iraq?
Well, first of all, we don't recognize anything called or named an organization led by Abu Nidal. It's a small terrorist group, and between PLO and such groups there are no talks or negotiations or agreements. Of course, PLO had condemned all terrorist actions, and PLO had declared that as PLO is a body representing the Palestinian people and a national cause, PLO will not use any terrorist action in response to the actions that were directed against the representatives of PLO in many countries. This was our own resolution, our own decision in the first day. So there's nothing called truce, and there is nothing called talks or negotiations with Abu Nidal or any other group as Abu Nidal that is not a member or a participant in PLO.
Yes, Abdullah, can you define the strategy that the PLO will follow to confront the Camp David meeting?
Well, concerning Camp David, we issued a declaration by the Central Committee defining our position. Concerning Camp David, we declared that such a meeting has no right at all to discuss the question of the Palestinian people. Sadat is not the representative of the Palestinian people and cannot negotiate for the Palestinian cause. And he cannot also, and he does not have the right to tell who is going to represent the Palestinian people and how the question of West Bank and Gaza will be solved. For us, we can see that the Camp David meeting is needed by President Carter for internal reasons in the United States itself. He wants to achieve something because he didn't achieve anything internally or externally, any substantial thing in the past period. And they want to save the face of Sadat, also inside Egypt, because Sadat now 1 year had passed since the so-called initiative of Sadat or his trip to Israel, and he did not achieve anything in this policy. So they want to just save his face, save his policy. They want to show that they did not fail, they did not reach the deadlock. And that's why, that's the main aim of Camp David. I don't believe that this meeting will reach at any concrete results, excluding one possibility, that this meeting will try to show that the talks are going on. And also this meeting, I believe, and any other meeting like Camp David will not be able to deal or to put to make the basis of a real solution for the Middle East crisis in the absence of the representatives of the main parties in this crisis. And here I mean the representatives of the Palestinian people and the Palestinian cause, representatives of Syria and of Soviet Union and other countries. This meeting is an attempt to solidify the American role in and strategy in the Middle East. And it's not an attempt to solidify the or to open the way for peaceful settlement. It wants to serve the American interests and not the interests of the peoples and nations of the Middle East, and not the interests of the peaceful settlement in the Middle East. And that's why this meeting will reach once again to failure. Whatever the apparent results will be, and and whatever the results of this meeting will be also will not serve the interests of our people, and we will continue our struggle against such results in coordination with other Arab progressive forces and counters